Congrats, coaches, on finally getting your team settled. Hopefully now you'll have time to actually include me in on your practice plans on a daily basis via email. Here's an example of what one looks like from Coach Jason from last week. As you see, he does a great job of itemizing each drill out, how long they'll be, and which coaches will be assigned to what drills. Most importantly, what I'll be looking for is the actual tackling circuit drill somewhere in there for 10 minutes at least, and then also too the levels of contact that you'll have on a daily basis. Studies now show that most concussions take place in practice. So as coaches, we want to be cognizant and aware of how much distance we're setting up between one player versus an opposing player. Even though this is not our policy yet, Pop Warner Football has now a rule in place that prevents coaches from setting up full contact drills more than 3 yards apart of opposing players. So coaches, as we move forward with our drills, let's try to minimize the space that we have in between opposing players so that we can increase their confidence as they're adapting to full contact drills, as well as reduce concussions, and most importantly, just focus on the fundamentals. So here's a look back over the past 2 weeks at some of the drills that we did, and look at the distance in between the players as they do the drills.
There you go, right there. Right there. Rip! Too hard. Shoulder, shoulder. Oh, too hard. Too hard. Hold it to head up to the left. Explode! Nice job. Hey. Joshua. Rip! Nice job. Hey, it's all right.
Oh, there she is.
One hard. There it is. Wrap him up. Nice job. All right.
By definition, a live drill is when a player goes down to the ground. Whether the coach or the player intended to or not, it becomes a live drill when the player goes down to the ground. So what we want to do as a heads-up tackling football program is we want to minimize live drills only for game-like scenarios or either scrimmages. So when we're going on full contact drills, coaches, think about seriously what level of contact that drill will be. So I know any player can go down to the ground at any moment in any drill, but however, the more planning we put into it, the less it'll happen as far as going down to the ground. The next video is a Cowboy coach minimizing the distance between his players using a pad, and all of this is building up the player's confidence as well as minimizing exposure to head-to-head contact and concussion as well. But also too, we're just working on good sound fundamentals. So coaches, you don't have to have that much space in between your players to build the fundamentals.
Go! Get low. You gotta wrap him up, man. Look, when you come in, look here. Look, when you came in, all you did is just kind of gave one of these. That's not gonna bring down a ball carrier. When you come in, get low, then you wrap him up. See where my hands are? Right there. You got to see where my hands are? Right there. You all right? One more time, coach. One more time. All right, here we go. Come on, Emily. All right, pick up the pace. Let's go. Ready? Go! Get low, shake your hips. There you go. Much better, much better. Next up. Slow base, turn. Run. And we usually put a cone back here, so he's running through that cone. He wants to drive that ball carrier through that cone. This is very good to start off with, to keep the guys going in terms of making sure they're driving their feet. I think it's all right. Most kids, when they try to make what we call an angle tackle, that back's running down, and it's always easy to put their head here. When they have no power, and this guy has more power. So we want to aim for getting our head across his chest or on the ball and drive through that ball. And get ourselves in this position, we can fight, shoot, lock, and drive. So get our face across. All right, get our face across. And the things we always talk about head is always up, it's never down. Face is up, you bow your neck. We teach our kids about trying to bow their neck in terms of making an attack. Never put your face down. And I know a lot of kids, when you talk about shooting your arms, I think most kids have the confidence to do this. We want to keep everything right here from the hips. Short, strong, right here from the hips. So this is an angle tackle. You know, eventually they'll get the angle, but sometimes I put a little dot here or a cone back here so they don't run into it. So we go, ball carrier, just don't run into this angle. And this is really half speed. You don't need to go full speed because the drill is for the tackle. Okay, eventually when you can get it well, where you can actually work the runner and the tackle, where he's running, he's trying to get downhill, he's taking that ball high and tight. It's a great drill. If you got younger kids, you know, 7, 8-year-olds, get them even closer. It's not about the banging as much as about fitting up right, bite, shoot, locking, and driving. All right? Say these are middle school kids, get them back a little further. High school kids, we don't get our high school guys, it's about as far as we get our guys. They're not that close, okay? They're not that close. So here, put our left foot on the line. Switch was behind the cone. His left foot, because we want to force the angle, him behind the ball, him getting across. All right, that's why we don't put him even. We're going to say he's a step behind the ball. He's working inside out to the ball carrier. So he's a little step behind. He's working to that angle. All right, on hut, just half speed. It's still bite, shoot, lock, and drive. And the runner's just kind of square. Here we go. Put him on your chest, around front of your chest. Go. Set. Hut. Bite, shoot, lock, drive. Same deal. This angle. So this is what this demonstrates. Use the inside-out principle. Same technique in terms of bite, shoot, lock, and drive. But now we give this runner at the dot the option to either cut it back when he gets here, all right, or stay the course. Stay the course. So he's still working on the same thing. Get my face across, be a step behind the ball, bite, shoot, lock, and drop. So use the sidelines as an extra defender. You want to work him to the sideline. If I can get him and drive him through the sideline, you don't have much to go. But I want to stay inside out. So right foot to right foot. Here we go. Half speed. Set. Good. Drive. All right. It's time to make a cutback. Try to cut back on. It should be the same angle, same deal. Right foot to right foot. Here we go. Set. Inside out. Coming square. All right. He won't go as flat. Stay downhill. He won't stay downhill. So when he cuts back, I'm still in his hip pocket. You take a lateral step, then downhill. Here we go. Right to right. Set. Inside out. Drive. All right. But using the sideline.